everybody, it's Kim, and I want to show you how to make and assemble the Accordion Book Spine. It might look a little bit complicated, but once you get to start making it, it is very simple and you'll start whipping books out. So what is an accordion book spine? Well, I'm going to show you the die in just a moment, but it's going to allow you to make this particular spine that makes a mini book, and I'm using our mini book pages as well. So this is a really cool looking spine, and it opens up and holds all of your pages, or you can certainly put envelopes or something in it. So we are going to use this die to make this particular white piece right there. So it allows you to create little flaps to glue your pages in, and then you open it up and it's got a nice inside spine, outside spine to hold 4 different pages and a front and back cover. So 6 inserts total. So let's get going on showing you how to make the spine. Okay, so the die looks like this. It is an outside piece, 6 inches by 6.5. If you want to cut it down to make a smaller book to do the same format, you can certainly do that. There's no stitching on here. All the pieces on the inside are score lines because we're going to fold the finished piece, what pops out of the die cut machine, into what's called a valley and a mountain. So we're going to zigzag fold that. So we're going to cut 2 pieces out because you need 2 to make a book. You can make a book using just one, but you're going to have a front and a back spine and then just 1 page in the middle. So by cutting 2 out allows you 6 inserts, a front cover and a back cover, and 4 pages in the middle. So what page did I cut out? I'm going to make this little just sample using our mini album page elegant curve, and we have 6 different ones available. And so you can see that nice elegant curve. I already cut everything out, so I'm going to just show you how to do the book spine itself. I'm going to build a book, but not going to decorate it. That's not going to be on another video. And then if you notice, these have a space right here also, which allows you to go into the spine. So we designed these to work together, obviously. Okay, so our goal is to turn these 2 cuts into a zigzag fold like this, where it goes up and down, and that's known in the industry as mountain and valley, mountain and valley. So we have a valley, which goes down, and a peak, which goes up. So that's mountain, valley, mountain, valley. So we want to do this zigzag look right here. And then you can't tell where I put it together, but you cut out 2 pieces like this. I suggest you cut 1 piece off, because as soon as we fold one, we're going to nest the other one into the edge right here to continue this piece. Because if I lay this flat, I need it to be an 11-inch piece to make my book properly. So I'm going to put that guy aside. Now I'm going to fold up one, and I suggest cutting before you do the fold because it gets a little confusing like that. I'm going to put one aside, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to fold this. Okay, in order to fold this guy now, I'm going to show you the score lines. And I do what's called, and anytime I do anything that has a score line, I do a soft fold and then a hard fold, because sometimes I rush and I fold it really hard and it throws the line off. Just a note also, thicker paper is going to throw your line off as well. So cardstock, you're fine with that, but the thicker paper you go, it throws your creases off, or your score lines. And then I've got my Teflon bone folder because I'm going to give it a hard seal once I go. Now I start with the 1 paper, I turn it to where the lines are going this way, and then I'm looking at this piece, and I'm going to start with an up fold. So I'm going to fold this guy this way, And I'm just going to do a soft fold before I come in and do a hard crease. And then once I know that I've got it definitely on the line, then I'm going to go do that. Let's see, I just bent that. That's why I don't do that like that. Going to do that as a hard fold right there so I don't mess it up, because I need to keep all these spacing so my pages, and as I open it up, it goes together. So now I start with the first one and I go up. I'm going to turn the paper over and I'm going to go back down and do a soft fold before I go and do a hard fold to make sure that one really does not want to go. There we go. There's my harder fold. Okay. I'm going to do this and this. And now I'm going to go back the other way. And I'm going to continue this until I finish this entire thing. Okay, one is completely folded. I've got my mountain and valleys right here. And then if this one was folded, that would be going in here. I already did my trim off right here. You can see my extra piece. So I cut that out. So this piece is going to have to go in. So instead of folding it up, we actually need to fold it down, the second piece, because it's going to go down inside of here in order to connect the pieces together. Now, you can certainly not trim a piece off, but what you would be doing is putting a full valley in the next valley. And sometimes when you open your book, it just makes for a larger opening right there. So I prefer to trim it off, but the option is yours. So right now I'm going to, I have this, the first one folded down because it is going to glue and be folded into it, but I'm going to finish folding this piece right now. Okay, I stopped short because I'm going to finish one with you guys together right here. I'm going to fold it. So again, I fold it over, do a soft fold, and with each fold, I take my bone folder to definitely make sure each side is nice and tight and crisp with the fold. Okay, so here's the side that I cut, and I unaccordion that. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to use liquid glue. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the inside of this particular fold, glue this one down, and make sure it lines up so your book isn't shifted at all. Because this is the first set of pages, this is going to be your second set of pages. Okay, so I take the back side of the spine then and just kind of rub that together to make sure that adheres. Okay, there we go. Now we are going to get ready to assemble our book into our mountain and valleys. So I have all my pages laid out, and the purple are going to be the cover and back cover. So front cover and back cover. The white pages are going to be the inside. You can mix up your pages however you would like. We are going to start with the inside pages also. So put your cover side off to the side, because we're going to make sure that we grab our inside pages first. And then we are going to count out valley and mountains. We are going to put in the pages on the odds. So we are going to count 1, 2, 3 valleys, and that's where our first page is going to go. We're going to skip a valley, our second page, skip a valley, our third page, skip a valley, our fourth page. So I'm going to glue the first one in, and then I'm going to speed it up so I can glue all of them. But that's where we are going to glue. Skip one, we're going to go third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 8th, 9th. So we are going to go 3, 5, 7, and 9 and glue. so now you see I have this weird, crazy little book with inside flaps now. But you can see where if I open that up, that's going to be the inside of the page. Now we're going to hold off on adding the front and back covers because we're going to turn it over and connect the spine. Okay, in order to connect the spine, we're going to be flipping things back and forth. So I'm going to turn it over. I'm showing you guys all angles because this thing's flapping right here. All angles. So we have to connect all these little mountain and valleys on the back side. So what I do is I turn it over, I flatten it out, and I'm going to do glue right here, and then I'm going to connect it and pinch those together. And then I'm going to do glue here and pinch those together. And then after we're done, we're going to have to turn it back over and do the other inside. So there's two sides on the back side to do. So I'm going to glue these, and I'm probably going to speed up the video also. Okay, now one side of the back side of the spine is done. You see there's still a little bit left to do. And now we need to glue this side. Okay, what you just glued together now was the inside of the spine, both one side and then the other, to allow the pages to flap open flat like that and have a really cool spine on the inside holding it. Now we need to put the front and back covers on. I personally like to do the inside covers first and then add, because it's hard to keep flipping back and forth. If you feel like it's more important, more interesting or easier for you guys to put them all in the covers and then flip them back, certainly make it easier for you guys. But for me, it's just easier to put the covers inside than I am dealing with smaller flaps on both sides. So I'm going to put the back side cover in now. We're going to open it. We're going to skip this valley and do the edge. Same with the front cover. And we're going to have to turn it over after we're done to glue the inside spine right there as well. Okay, so these guys are all in now. And now we got to do the back side. One more spine to complete the book. That one side, and now we do and then what I do is take my bone folder one more time, just give everybody a seal. And then your book, see, all sealed up right here. Open your book, however, which way you go, open it. We just made that. Now, if you overlay, instead of doing the trim, like I showed you, if you actually put two of them inside like that, it seems to flap open the book. That's why I've decided to trim mine, but that is completely up to you. And then if you want to continue on and make a bigger book, feel free to add another accordion spine and then add more pages. So you can certainly continue your spine and make a larger book. But for now, you've got a front and back cover, and you've got a beautiful spine and all these pages in between, and then you guys are ready to decorate. Enjoy.